Great morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Good
Great
morning.
morning to you all.
Oh, good morning.
Welcome.
It's an awesome morning.
It is an awesome morning. Happy Sunday to
Happy
you.
Sunday.
And yes, you have tuned in to the Real Life Talk. I know
Yes,
it look
you
a little
have.
different.
Look a little bit different.
It
We're
look a little
trying some
different.
things
We're trying
out,
some
all
things
right?
out, okay?
We told y'all.
See?
It's happening.
To be ye also
Quick,
ready.
fast,
'Cause you never
immediately,
know.
straightway, and suddenly. It's happening, okay?
It is happening. We are glad to have you to be a part of it. Thank you for already tagging and sharing. Look,
And
we had
sliding the
sliding the
DMs.
DM. We had some early people on, honey. I
We
loved
did.
it.
Before the stream even
Before the-
started.
yes.
That's what I'm talking about. They
Get a
ready to
head
see
start.
what we're talking about today.
Yes, the early bird catches the worm.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you are subscribing.
Yep.
To our Facebook page and YouTube, The
Yeah.
Real Life Talk Show. Thank you for those who have already. It's growing more and more. I have been checking it, and I'm like, okay, the people coming in.
They following instructions.
Y'all coming in. Yes. So if anybody follow instructions, we're hoping that you
will.
all who are on with us every single Sunday, which we so appreciate. Hey, Angie. Hey, Billy Royale.
Hey, Pops.
Hello.
Malinka.
Hey,
hello,
girl,
hello.
Malinka. Hey.
I saw Mama Sybil.
Mama
She was the
Parker
first
was
one.
on. Yes.
Okay, she was like, okay, I'm getting ready.
She like, look,
Getting ready.
yeah, it's happening. Right. That's right. You could turn it on while you're getting ready.
That's right.
And start tagging people in.
I need to go
start
back on.
sharing.
I'm on here.
Yes.
Or am I?
You can slide into the DMs and say, hey, the Real Life Talk is on. We appreciate you all being here with us. We are live in our studio. Yes.
Now we can't see who the double dippers are because
Yes.
we're not in the
Yes,
sanctuary.
we
We're
won't
in
be
our
able to
very own private
So now that's why we
studio.
got to put that little a little sign. That's I was gonna say DD, but we gonna find
Yeah, we gotta find
we gotta
something
find something else.
Maybe DBD, double dipper.
Double dip, okay.
Yeah, maybe DBD.
DBD.
But
If you a double dipper,
DBDP. That's too much. You get tongue tied.
we gonna figure something. D2.
We'll figure it out. D2.
D2. If you a D2, which means you watching live and you inside the live studio audience in the service, then put D2 on there. But we do thank you all for coming in on today. We have lots to talk about today.
Do. Oh, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be
It's gonna
juicy.
be good. Juicy talk.
Juicy
y'all.
talk.
So we gonna let y'all come in the room with us on this beautiful Sunday. There we go. There we go.
See?
Hashtag D2.
Hashtag D2.
Follow the leader, okay? Elder Walton put hash D2, so put hash D2, okay? Thank y'all for being here. All right, hey Jessica.
Hey, Tressa.
Now I did see Tressa this morning, so okay.
So she
a
a
D2 too.
D2 too.
Yes.
She's not in the studio, but
Right.
she's in another part of
She's in
it.
another part of the studio.
Yeah.
Yes, okay. So D2 for you. Okay, so it is a good topic this morning, y'all. We're gonna just get on right on in. And before we get into it, we have some wonderful guests that we would like to share the platform with this juicy topic. Two beautiful ladies who they in the know. They know what they talking about. They know they stay in the know, honey. They are my girlfriends. Hey, girls. Without further ado, we are introducing you to some and presenting to others. Shanae and Lynette.
All right, y'all give it up for them.
Good morning.
Give it up for them. Give it up.
Hey. Say hello to Shanae and Lynette. They are our first guests
On our new
on
set.
our new set. Okay. Thank y'all for being here with us.
They're
Thank y'all for
Christ-
being here.
helping us to christen the
Yes.
set.
Oh, the first is always good.
Yeah.
The first is always good, memorable.
Yeah, it is. We're going to look back and say, look how far we've come.
Look how far God
My
brought
God.
us. Look how far we're coming. We're not where we ought to be, but we not where we used to be. Okay. Thank you, Lord.
It's always a song or a movie. Always.
At all points and give
That
it
should be our tagline. The Real Life Talk Show where there's always a song and always a movie.
Yes. Absolutely. So thank y'all for being here with us. We just want to get us some good talk up in here this morning. So we want to labor around the subject of red flags.
My.
Red flags. Y'all
Red
know
flags.
those red flags when you're dating, or even if it's just a red flag for you not to do certain things or get that job or go to that place. There's always a red flag.
Always.
As the comment, it's made. That's the phrase for it. Red flag. You know.
It's discernment in the spirit.
Yes, really,
It
that's
is.
what it is.
Design.
Yes. But yeah, we want to talk about red flags and women as a whole with like how sometimes we ignore red flags or how sometimes we just go against whatever we feel in our guts and keep moving forward. So I don't know if you have seen, many people have seen a little bit ago, and it's still going viral. There was a viral video called Risa Tisa. Okay, that's the name that she went under, Risa Tisa. And she made it real. Y'all know, I mean, it was on a secular platform, and so it's real. It's all over. You can find it on YouTube and everything. And she did a 50-part series
50.
on who she married, okay?
And it wasn't like 1 minute each part.
Baby.
Each part was like 20, 30, 40, 50 minutes.
It's a whole segment, honey.
It's a whole thing.
They literally did TikTok videos of people watching it.
Oh,
like,
wow.
They did their own TikToks while they were at the laundromat, while they were working, while they were like, they was like, oh, I'm listening. And there was a lady, she cleaned her whole house. So yeah, it's a long thing, but she's talking on there about her relationship and who did she marry. Okay, so I want you to take a look at this clip.
I made dumb decisions. I overlooked things I should not have overlooked. I argued away things I should not have argued away. I can pinpoint exactly the moment I should have left. I still feel like God is sitting on the throne and he's like, I never planned for your monkey to marry him. I never even planned for you to go out and date with him. That's why I blew your tire. But you hard-headed and you went anyway. And then I tried to go ahead and show you signs. You ignored them. Like, I feel like God did everything to help me as his child be like, this is not who I created to be your helpmate. And I was like, God, you taking too long. I want to get married. You taking too long. I want to have a family. You taking too long. And these are the consequences that I am paying for basically telling God, you took too long.
Okay.
She wish she would have waited.
There's a blessing in the wait.
Our timing is not God's timing
At all.
at all.
At all.
Yeah.
Like, where do we start with this,
I know,
y'all? Where do we
right?
start? So let's just talk about, okay, so you guys have watched it.
Yes.
Let's talk about that was part 16,
It was.
okay? So can you,
of what, 50?
of 50.
50,
yes.
Can you
Yeah,
give
it was
us a
about
little
52.
bit of background of like leading up to what she was talking about?
So to start it, it was just amazing. Like, it was the pandemic. Now, I do know stories of people meeting each other, only been together for like 6 months and could still be together, are still together this day.
Right.
But it was like 2 weeks and the pandemic hit and they moved in together. Like how that was like I can see them like still like courting and
Dating,
dating.
right.
But they was like, oh, we finna go on a pandemic. Let's move in together. Like, wait, who? The 2 weeks it had even been, and then like throughout the whole thing, she just, she knew what she did and was like, I know this sound crazy to y'all, but yeah, I did it. But here's my story. Now, even through her story, like I saw like some of myself, like where I've been in relationships, and how you notice the red flags, but you stay in for whatever reason. But it was like, ma'am, he like did this before, and like you still.
Like, what does
Like-
it take?
And like what, and if she said one more episode about the house they was going for, I mean, they went through like 5 houses before she finally realized, like, dude, you're not finna get me no.
Right.
like no house. But it was just like, yeah, I mean, but she said it through the whole thing. But it was like the first episode. I was like, ma'am, why?
And she even warned us in the beginning. She was like, y'all, I know I'm going to sound stupid. I know y'all going to call me all type of names. And I'm here to put my stuff out there because I know now she realized all of the red flags after all the damage is done. And that's crazy because she was in it and didn't recognize it. Now she's looking back at herself like, yeah, I know everything going to sound stupid to y'all. Y'all going to call me all names, but I'm putting it out there. In the beginning of her segment, she's letting us know, yeah, I'm about to tell y'all my stupid self did. What my stupid self did, brother.
So I think it seems like she knew the red flags. She just pushed past the red flags. Because that's like what we do. We know the red flags. Like she said, God, well, I don't think God blew out her tires, but her tires blew out. That was a red flag, but she pressed past it.
He would have did a more settled way. He not finna put you in. He not finna put you in danger. But he would have given you a more.
The pebbles. He gave her the pebbles before he gave her the stones. She had
Right.
All right, for the pebbles. The pebbles and the stones, come on.
Come on. She had a whole lot of
Hashtag pebbles versus stones.
I mean, yeah, like you said, what's the people that draw the airplanes and that be on the runway?
Oh yeah.
Air traffic controllers.
The flag just going, and she was like.
I'm
She
just gonna
see
look
him.
past this and crash into that
Oh,
wall
it's gonna
down
change,
there.
or that flag ain't for me.
Because she was telling so many things, like I get it, because she was a single woman. He came in like paying all her well, I haven't been in this situation, but I'm a single woman, and then she already in the mindset that, as she said, God, I want a family, I want her. And then you bring this man in and he paying all your bills that you ain't got to pay.
He was doing everything
That
right.
you don't have to pay no more.
Right.
Oh, I'm going
Like,
really
why not?
I'm really overlooking
And
stuff
she
now.
probably didn't even need him to pay the stuff.
She
did
did
not.
because
See?
she was doing it
Listen.
all along by herself. But
Right.
just the thought of like, oh, I ain't got to pay this bill. All my money go in my pocket and keep in my pocket, and that's what he was doing. So when it came to like all the bigger things, she was like, well, if he paying the rent, like some of this got to be
That money blinded her.
legit.
Yes.
And then for like me, I'm the type of person like where I can like see like past like what she going through. Like I know he a good man. I know he a good man.
I can see the light at the end of the
I
tunnel.
know what you would be if you just turn to God. I know, and I can help you do that. And from what she said, they were like they were spiritual. So it wasn't like so she like looking more toward that side. And I think that also
He was spiritual?
Yeah, she said that they both were.
The thing though was when they went to counseling to a pastor and they told them they should not get married.
See?
But they went
Now,
after.
that's a word. When your
See?
pastor tell you don't get married, that's a red flag.
No, but they went after they were already married, and they said, "Had y'all come to us before you get married?" Oh,
that's another word. Before you
told-
marry that woman or that girl or that woman or that man, you need to go to your pastor.
Right. And even the first lady was like, She said the lady told her like, this ain't right. Something ain't right here.
They was like, but y'all in it, so we gonna see y'all.
Right.
Exactly.
We
Now
gonna
you
see
got to
you through
counsel
it.
on the other side.
Because you already
Good morning,
done,
Mama Monique.
you already done got in it, so we finna see y'all through it. But even she knew it. But it was just like so many things that she was like, what kept her there? Like she ended up like they met in March. By May, she was pregnant. So now you got the baby that was involved.
That's a
and it's
new
like, well, I
thing.
don't want now I'm pregnant. I really got to get married. So now you got that hovering over your head. But she was like, that was the only thing that kept her in. But then she ends up miscarrying, and that ordeal that he took her through when she miscarried was like a whole nother thing that like
So many flags where you could get out.
Oh my God.
He provides a way of escape, but we don't
Each
take
and
it.
every time.
And it was like, well, you said that was your only reason to stay. Well, now you don't got that reason to
So
stay.
they ain't leave.
Right.
But
she wanted a man.
But she
She was
Yeah.
like, I need a husband.
she was thirsty.
she was real thirsty. She got real thirsty. And then again, like I said, it was he got to taking care of her, and she wasn't paying them bills no more. That started to look real good.
promising. And then they was looking at homes, 500,000, 700,000.
Right.
She was like, he got them coins.
Yeah.
We looking
right.
at good.
Now, did he have it?
He never showed it.
He was lying about, she said he was lying about his jobs and being on the
But see,
phone
what
with his.
happened was
I think Sharetta says, I think she should have done a background check.
she did.
She did.
But she had the incorrect social security number at first. So the
Lord.
Yeah, it is.
but
It is.
now after they were married, and one of the last times she was like they were getting the house, she looked at some paperwork that had his real one on there.
So he was lying from the beginning.
Yeah, absolutely.
He had a twin brother and took
Right.
on his brother's
That
identity.
came on way down the
Yeah,
line.
that came on
That
like
came on
that
way
came
down
on
the
like
line.
toward the end.
Now we're in the real life talk show where it's live and juicy, baby. Live and juicy.
Yeah, so that came
Wow.
on later, like in the
Yeah.
like 40 some episodes,
Yeah,
because now she talking about like how she actually did meet his family.
She at the end she did find his family because remember he had two social security numbers. One when they got married, and then one when she got a new job and she needed her spouse information.
Yeah, and
He forgot.
he had forgot.
See, that's what you do when
Yeah.
you lie. You forget the first lie.
Yeah.
Definitely
Yeah.
forget
You
the first
forget.
line.
Yeah, because she needed the new job, and they had to do a background check on
Right.
everybody. So not just her, they had to do a background check on.
And she remembered the numbers was wrong. She remembered the numbers were different. She said
She
she
like,
remembered
wait a
like these
minute.
numbers ain't the same.
They don't look
from
the same.
But look,
Like,
but
wait a
see,
minute.
but then she got the detective work that she should have had because she went and looked at his mama's obituary.
Yes.
So you know them obituaries be alive. So she like, wait a minute. It's only saying he got brothers, but he been telling me all along he got sisters.
And it was supposed to be 5 of them. Like
It was
three
only
brothers and
it-
2 sisters.
but it was
something
only
like that.
it was only him and the brothers, the one brother and then his twin brother.
So he done made up a whole family. that-
Lord, today.
And then talk to them every morning like they were
right.
like he
Right.
was phone conversation.
Right.
He said every morning he talked to his brother. But the conversation went like, well, what you doing? I'm at home, getting ready to go to work. Well, how you doing? I'm good. Where your wife?
Right.
Oh, shit, he said, hey.
He said, hey.
Yeah.
Tell him I said, hey.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Why not? Let me talk to him.
That-
My
that part.
goodness.
She only did that once.
And see, and the thing, and I guess what was helping him was it was the pandemic. So
Right.
when things
That's it.
so when things open up, and it was like, okay, we can go over their house. They want us to come to the barbecue. She was like, oh, it's still really the pandemic. I don't know if I want to
Right.
go. And it was her story every time he invited her. So
Which was true because the pandemic made you not want to be around nobody.
Yes.
So that worked
So-
out for him a lot.
so the
too.
physical-
Right, we stayed in the
was
house
helping.
during the pandemic. At least I did.
Yes.
So that was
Yeah.
easy for them to be
For
together
him
and all
to-
the
yeah.
time. Yeah.
to say everything
Wow.
that he said.
Wow.
Mama Sybil said the truth is the truth every time you
retell
retell
it.
it. Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But you gotta. That's something about lying. With lying, you can
gotta
say that lie,
remember-
but you gotta remember that
you
first
will
lie.
not remember.
You will not remember.
You
You
will
gonna
not
slip
remember.
up one. Whether it's 2 years from now, 10
Yep.
years from now, you gonna slip up one day.
Yes.
And somebody, wait a minute, you
and
didn't
it's
tell
gonna
me
be
that.
somebody
Tell me
be
that.
like,
In 1992, you didn't tell me that you had that.
Right.
Hold on a minute. I know for sure you didn't say.
She ready to say the man came in the door lying. Absolutely.
He did.
he did. And
He
it was,
did.
It was like I was just like, how did he convince you in 2 weeks? Like y'all only went
Yeah.
on y'all only went on one date.
She was already in love with him on the first date.
Yeah, because he came.
what did he do on the
he
first
came
date
and
that
met
made her
her.
be in love?
She had the tire blowout.
He
Got
met
to-
her
he
there.
came and met her and bought her the new tires.
Yes. And he did like the
he
manly
bought me
thing. He
tires?
rescued her.
She was a
That
damsel. She was a
munchie.
damsel in distress.
That Muncie. Wait a minute. Trina said that man lived in faith.
He was proclaiming, honey.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do those things that are not.
Oh
Yes,
my
they were.
goodness. Oh my
he took good advantage of the damsel in distress because
Yeah.
he came and met her. So it was like, oh my goodness, he didn't leave me stranded. He came and yeah,
And he
me.
paid for it. He bought her tire.
Right. He
bought the tire
paid
and
for the
every-
tire.
I'm saying
And they-
money make you do a funny thing.
Listen.
It had
Yeah.
to be because
Oh, wow.
like I said, one day and then 2 weeks. Well, you know what? We can't go outside, but we getting to know each other. Let's move in. Move in? No, we got Zoom.
Okay.
You know Zoom.
But he did ask her, like, which house should we move in? She said, but his was little. I ain't want to leave my big old townhouse to go stay in his little apartment.
So-
Wait,
that worked out.
has she been in the house or she just listened to what
You
he
know
said?
what? I
She
think-
no.
I don't know if she
Right.
So
That-
he
that
probably
was-
was living at home with his mama. Talking about he got an
He
apartment.
probably, ain't no, yeah, you know what? That's true. I don't think she
But
said
she
if
didn't
ever
ever say.
went
She
there.
just
didn't
she
say.
just knew she was comfortable in her home and didn't want
Yeah.
to leave her home. So she was like, okay, you could come here.
And she knew that once he saw her home, that, oh, I got one. She said it. She said, when he saw my home, I knew he wanted me more when he saw my home. So she
Okay.
knew that he was all for how she was living. But
Right.
she didn't catch that red flag. That was another red flag.
Yes.
Listen, Mama Sybil, that's right. Never let money make your decisions.
Never.
Never.
Because money come and go, and that money might not even steal. You done made a decision, and he ain't got no money no more. So
He didn't
so
lie
what?
and talk, and she didn't do no fact checking.
No.
She just took what he said.
And then it only flipped the script because they met in 2020, but they didn't get married till like the 2021. But she said they got married in January, and the same time frame. That 2-week mark, that 2-week mark after getting married, she was like, he flipped the script on her, like being like possessive, like what you doing? It don't take you this long to get home. He started coming home even later, like with his clockwork. She's like, wait a minute, he used to be home by now. He's like, don't worry about
Switching
me.
it up.
Yeah.
She said I think she said they got married January 6th, and by the end of January they were already having big issues. She said we didn't even make it to the month of February. We were still in January, and all of the issues started. I was like, it ain't too late to go get that, paperwork.
Hello.
Because the red flags, you need to follow them.
And so even though we hear all of the craziness that she went through, and like she said, hey, y'all gonna talk about me. I know I did some crazy things. She brought it to awareness. Think about some of the decisions as women we make and have made. We may not have aired it and put it on live or whatever, but why do you feel like we ignore red flags?
I think because she said, I want a man.
Yeah, for
God,
some of
you
the same
taking too
reasons.
long.
Yeah,
she
for
said it.
so long you get tired of being single, being by yourself.
Yeah.
You have a lot of insecurities. Before that time, like you be like, well, ain't nobody looking at me, and finally somebody like looking at me, so like you don't want to lose that.
It feels good to be wanted.
It feels good to be wanted.
It does. It does.
And he wanted whatever she had.
That's it. He didn't want her. He wanted what she
whatever
had.
Right. He wanted.
But when we get those had she followed those red flags, even from the tire blowing out,
Yeah.
she would have been in a different position.
Yeah.
She wouldn't have
Yeah.
been viral and live right now.
Because it did open some doors for her.
It definitely
some
worked.
major
It
doors
definitely
for her.
worked in
So
her favor.
I always say nothing will be wasted. Even
Yeah.
with us missing the red
Yeah.
flags, we don't want you to do that because nothing will be wasted.
Yeah.
But because she did that, now doors are opening for her to share her testimony. But I pray that even what she shared, people that's watching it will get it and not go through the same thing she went through.
Yeah.
You know,
Because I
that's
believe
when
that was her
nothing will be
purpose.
wasted.
Yeah. A lot of times you get on, you don't know what your video is going to do.
Yeah.
You don't know if, people going to watch.
Somebody could be
and
in
you
that
just
same
start,
situation.
Yeah, you start
Like,
talking
oh.
and
because
start
she
saying.
did say that. No, in some of the episodes down, that people were actually saying, "Girl, like me too." I done
Yeah.
been through it.
Absolutely. My grandmother used to say, he said, oh, that's a gut feeling. Oh, that ain't always the gut. That's the Holy Ghost.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yes.
She said, that's
Yes.
it. She
That
said, so when you
discernment.
have that feeling, if something telling you it ain't right, 9 times out of 10, it ain't right.
That's Yes. right.
And she had so many moments when she knew this was, because she even started, she said she started getting anxiety because she knew he was lying, but she still kept going.
She always kept it. She kept the faith too. She
Yeah.
She said, just one day it's gonna switch over. One day it's gonna change.
She say, but I remember when he showed me
Yes.
that it was possible. So
Yes.
I know, and like it was like she focused more on the possibility than the reality.
Yeah. So we live in the potential of a
We
person.
live in the possibility.
I have been there.
Yes,
My
absolutely.
God.
I have been there.
That Shondo won't steer you wrong. But
At
just
all.
listen to
It won't.
But the
You got the
thing
Holy
is,
Ghost
is
on the
like
inside of you,
I
and
think
you
we
do.
get to the point where like we get selfish. So we can't trust in God.
We try to help God out.
Yeah.
See, God, you
'Cause
don't know what
take
you're
it too
doing.
long.
See, you take it too long. So I'm gonna handle this one.
Yeah.
Right.
And when we take on those things and handle it ourselves,
Ooh.
now I'm gonna say 10 times out of 10 we won't succeed in that.
Yeah.
But when you meet a man and he show you he's a good man, we do tend to put our trust in him.
Yeah.
Because I know before he was my husband, I trusted Marcel. Oh, okay.
It's out there. Sorry, Yes.
I trusted Marcel, like when he said, baby, we need to pay these. And we wasn't married. We were young, living together. Baby, I need you to give me the money for this. And I did it without no question.
Yeah.
I didn't even see the bill, but just trusted him.
Yeah.
He just said, well, this bill was so. Okay, baby, here you go.
He could have been taking your money and
That
stashing
part.
it.
Yeah.
Well, thank the Lord we married now.
Hello, praise
20
God.
years later.
20 years.
Come on.
It worked. Yes. But I'm sure even in the beginning of that, even though y'all was still young and everything you were given, there was something about him that drew you to him to make you feel like, okay, I can trust him. And you're right about that, because we do sometimes, like you said, what reason would he lie, or what reason? Like, here it is, he's buying me stuff, or he took
Exactly.
care
Right,
of
he
a
took care of
bill. Like, oh, okay, he got my best interest at hand. And so we get caught up in that, and it'd be like, oh wait. So when that first red flag come, we be like, it's a little pinkish. It ain't really red.
But it do make you feel that the motivation was the money factor because everything else he did
Right.
wasn't what added up.
Like, you knew that wasn't.
Like everything else, but again, maybe what draws you and drew you in him, so that's what kept you there. So like whatever I'm more feeling, and if that's what's like feeding off of you, of course that's what's gonna draw
That's
me
what
in,
it is,
and I'm
yeah.
not gonna look at everything else because man,
This
like,
right here is the magnet.
That's why I say no. Although I'm not there, and I would love to be there. I think what attracts you more, if it's more than the meaning, that's what's gonna feed you. And then once that's no longer there, you're gonna lose. And most people go on looks. Like you ain't gonna always be.
You gonna change.
Like you can still
what
be
I
pretty,
say.
but no wrinkles and stuff get in.
Yeah,
the
you don't
fade.
get a
And
little
again, if
big
it-
or
And you know they
too
got that
small.
cream that you don't have to be wrinkled.
And take the bags away.
And then whether it's funds, like anything can happen, you can lose it. So if that's your main focus, when it's not there no more, of course you're gonna leave. And at some point, the money did dwindle on his end.
That was
Now-
just a hook.
Because he knew she was well kept. He saw how she drove a nice car. She had the nice home. So he knew he had to up what she had.
Right, he couldn't come in there broke.
Then he made
Yeah.
her trade her car in. He made her trade her car in,
Yes.
and she didn't even get what she wanted.
And on top of that, now she was stuck in a position because she couldn't afford all her bills.
Yes,
Right,
because
okay.
But she counted on his money too.
and then that was
Ooh,
kind
that's
of
another-
that was the part because she was like her mother. Now, even though I don't say never, I don't think it was the right wording because she was like her mama told her don't ever depend on no man.
Okay.
Now, but I do believe don't get yourself in a situation that if you were by yourself,
cannot-
That's all you got, yeah.
you can't take it on. And she said, and at that moment, I knew that if I wasn't with him no more, I couldn't afford the car.
See,
Now, Sharetta
Yeah.
posed a question. Was he nice to her? Because maybe that is why she took the lies.
because he was
She
treating,
said
he
he
was
was good.
nice.
She said he was a good man.
Yeah, up until they got married.
Yeah.
She said
he was a good man. Up
So
until
he
they
was
got
showing,
married.
he was
Yeah.
wheeling her in.
Wheeling
Wear
it
her
down.
down.
As
I'm
soon as
wearing
that
you down.
covenant hit, he was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
here
Oh,
comes
I
the
got
real
her
me."
now.
Yes.
I
Here
got her
comes the
now.
real
Say he was
me.
Yeah, it was just the
Okay.
other things about like where he was from, because like all of it came out. Like he had been
He
married
had two
twice.
other wives.
Yeah, he
Yes.
Oh,
he told her about
See.
one.
Right.
But when she got a hold to the obituary named somebody else.
Exactly. So he
At
did,
the
and then
time.
she was only married to him for 6 months also. So the other wife was only married to him for 6 months as well. And she was like,
Wow.
girl, get out.
Right.
She
Run
was
while
like,
you
she was
can.
like, and she was like, I already know why you calling me. She said, I really don't want to get in it because I ain't seen him or heard from him since I and she said, and I just healed from it. So do I
Wow.
really want to go back to talking about it? She said, but I need to help you.
See,
He even was lying on his family members that died. Like his grandmother died in 2008, and he was like, she died during COVID.
See?
So he lied on the ex-wife and said her daughter died.
see.
I was like, how
And
could
she said that hurt me. She said, she was like, how's your daughter? She's like, my baby's good. And she said, oh,
she didn't even have the guts to tell her.
she didn't even have to
Right,
tell
okay.
this man out here.
Listen,
Lying on your
Kiss your
baby.
daughter.
listen.
Right.
The enemy will send you what you want to. Don't
Yeah.
mean it's from God, but he'll
Fix
send
it
you
up
what
for
you
you.
want.
Fix it up
So
for
he
you.
set her up real good, and she took the bait.
He knew she liked the honey roasted peanuts, so that's what she got.
Honey, she didn't just get them plain ones.
She didn't get
Right,
no
right.
raw ones.
Right.
The raw ones
Like, got
should
the
have been
little
what
honey
she
on
needed.
it?
Should have been
Okay.
what she needed. The
It had
raw
the-
ones would have been good for her.
Yeah.
Them honey roasted ain't that good, but that's what she wanted.
The honey
And she
roasted
got
was
them.
sweet to her.
It was sweet.
it was
It was
sweet.
good to the taste.
And it was bitter once they made
Oh,
covenant.
it was
see,
Oh my goodness.
y'all,
So-
we need more time.
We
This
do.
conversation goes so far.
Oh my goodness. Because I mean, maybe we can have a part two because
Okay.
I heard that he did a
He did a
So
rebuttal.
maybe we
Yeah.
can
We gotta come back on a part
And
two.
one of the ex-wives did.
Oh,
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah.
so
I did
so we
hear that
can't
too.
go into that. So if you
Right.
want to hear more about this story,
Keep
let
on
us
watching.
know.
Keep
let us
on.
know. We got
Right, let
to
us
come
know.
back. But
We do.
I want to make this disclaimer too. We're talking about women being duped by men, but it can be the other way
Vice
around
versa.
too.
Yes.
It's the
Just
devil
red
is no
flags.
respecter of persons either. So if he can get a man in the same situation where the woman dupes him, so we just talking about a woman right now being duped.
Right, her situation,
Yeah.
but the topic
happens.
literally is red
Red
flags.
Yeah,
in-
red
in
flag.
any
So you can
area.
take that for anybody.
Yes,
You know, you can
yes.
take that for a job.
Yes.
For a church.
Whatever it
for
is.
whatever, for that car you
Yep.
going into that bad lot to buy, you know, you can take that red flag.
on, like,
it's a lemon, don't get it. You know?
Okay, I want to hear more. Okay, we got. I want to
yes,
hear
okay,
more.
okay, okay.
I want to hear more.
Okay,
All right.
so I think
we coming back on
I think
here.
the time is far spent.
It is
for this show.
It is. Listen, y'all, we love that you always are
Yes,
a part of the Real Life Talk.
yes.
Thank y'all so
Thank
much.
y'all so much,
ladies, for
y'all
being
give
here
our
with us.
guest a
Yes,
hand.
give our guest a
Give us some
hand.
hands in the a hand clap in
We
the
gotta
comments
have
or whatever.
Jesslyn to put the hand claps back in.
Yeah, we do. Oh yeah, that,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay, we got another more. We got another more. Okay.
So we have to have you ladies
Yeah,
back.
we gotta
do.
have you back. We gotta
and
talk about
I think
more.
we should probably bring a man too.
I would love
I don't
that.
know if maybe he
I would
didn't
love
watch
that.
it, but maybe to get a male perspective
Yeah,
too.
absolutely.
On why men dupe women.
Right. What is y'all purpose?
What is y'all problem now?
But
No,
I,
men,
but
we
I
love
heard
you. We love you.
because they can see your I was
Yes.
told,
They see it.
I
Yes.
was told that they
It's
can
like
see our
praying.
insecurity.
Yeah.
Okay, Adrian, she said part 2. Okay.
Yes. Okay. We
I
on.
was
We on the
told that
part
they can
two.
see our insecurity, and
Yes.
and we'll pray on it.
Yes. Oh,
Because
absolutely.
the enemy knows, like I said, the enemy knows what you like. Like you said, you can't go for the tall, dark, and handsome.
Right.
Sometimes you need the
Yeah.
short, fat, and pudgy. I mean, something.
And he
you
would
know.
do just fine, and he would probably do you well.
He would do you
So
well.
listen, we
Well,
love you
better than
all.
well. Okay, we
Continue
love
to
you.
watch the
See?
Real Life Talk Show.
This is we can't our new studio has just unleashed. So
Exactly.
And look, watch out for that eye candy because that's what it is.
Oh, that eye candy?
that eye
Listen, candy is not good for your teeth, honey.
It will rot your teeth.
It will rot.
Watch out for the eye candy.
You know, get the apples and the oranges.
It cause all that stuff. Too much sugar.
And literally, I've been changed my laundry list because I had
Yeah.
a laundry list too. Honey, that looks been changed. Now, Lord, I want him to look good now. But if he don't,
Kissable.
it's right. There we go. That substance is everything. Let him right. At least let him be kissable. Listen, y'all, we can go on and on. I don't want to have to call him for my eyes, Lord. Come here, baby. Listen, we love you all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to Real Life.
So we gonna wrap it up.
We gonna wrap it up. We love you all. Make sure you
love
continue
y'all.
to subscribe to
Yeah.
the Real Life Talk Show. We'll see you next week.
See you.